Hello, I'm very happy I was able to see you again in video series synthesizing mind-boggling facts about animal emotions and just touching animals. And in the first part, welcome to the explosive facts about animals part 1. Super badger honey. Even though it's the creature with the longest neck, it still exists to this day. You might be surprised to know that giraffes and humans have the same number of cervical vertebrae, 7. Talk about giraffes. Though camels are still known for their thirst-quenching abilities, and yet, biologists say, they can only hold water for up to 15 days. The giraffe can survive until Monday. When you are in an orgasm, your mouth breaks, you're thirsty. They can take up to 45 liters of water. By the way, I mean it. Title of Thirsty Animal Champion of the Earth. It belongs to the kangaroo rat when they can't drink a drop of water. Over the course of his 35-year life, hippos beyond the ability to expand the aperture to 150 degrees and make the best symphonies ever. Animal Gun World. They've got a very special recipe on them. It's similar to hematopoiesis, a Han-Teak horses in Turkmenistan. Sweat as red as blood. Hippos also secrete a special fluid. It's called Retzweißt. Although, according to some scientists, that red liquid that looks like oil, it's not really sweat. If sweat is supposed to cool the body, the red liquid of the hippopotamus, the main task is to moisturize the skin, waterproof and antibacterial. Out on sunny days, it also protects the skin of hippos under the bad effects of UV. It's a pity that so far, the scientists, we haven't captured the chemical composition of something called sweat hippopotamus. Otherwise, it seems like you'll be asked. Throughout my life, an average worker bee, it can only produce about 1/12 teaspoon honey. That's about 0.416 milliliters of honey. By the same calculations, people see that to get 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters of honey, the workers who need the most power in the world had to fly a long way. It has a total length of nearly 200,000 kilometers and honeycomb from 4 sticks, 44 million flowers. Like humans, fish also sleep, and our sleep. It's a lot of interesting stuff. For example, most fish sleep with their eyes open. By simply being, they can't close their eyes completely. Because the fish don't have eyelids, the fish cry. Most species, even sharks, have to sleep and swim to keep the water flowing through the bearing to not suffocate. Individual dolphin. It's called a fish, but it's an animal with breasts. You're sleeping with 50% of your brain. Half the brain is awake, according to scientists, to help them breathe sometimes. It's like watching the sharks. Personally, I'm a simple and practical person. I think we're 50% asleep. It's definitely to watch out. See if the wives talk badly. Or 6 wallets out of money. Usually an adult duck has a body length of about 4,865 centimeters and weighs between 1.2 and 1.7 kilogram. General look is quite small, but they can still flutter their wings proudly. When it comes to owning a magnificent heirloom, it's true. The modern duck. There's a distant kinsman team from the Romoniatide family. Its common name is thunderbird or devil duck, extinct about 50,000 years ago. And if the flesh of this thunderbird having the properties as delicious and cheap of the ducks, perhaps, the cause of their extinction is predictable. Back to Romoniatide. The fossil record shows that creatures of this family can reach the height of a modern horse, about 1.5 to 1.8 meter. The species Domonas sterini, up to 3 meters high and weighs about 650 kilograms. At the same time, it's one of the largest flightless birds ever existed. Talk about birds. The world's largest flying bird that ever lived. It is thought to be a species of Athentavis with a length of 1.26 meters, about 1.5 to 2 meters, weight from 70 to 72 kilograms, with a wingspan of 5,096.07 m and thought to be extinct by about 6.8 million years ago. In terms of wingspan alone, the name belongs to the species Pelagonus candersi, with a maximum wingspan said to be up to 7.4 meters. It weighs only 20410 kJt. If clams worship in the top 6 To practice 13 Tai Bao Diao. Train Kim Trung for a lifetime. To be able to reach the highest level. Inaccessible pain. Invulnerable water fire through the tricks of birds. The wrong guy. The honey badgers. It is a blessing to be born. Has been subsidized this excess martial arts source. It's true. Honey badgers. Honey barcher do have only modest body size. High from 2 ba to 28 centimeter gasoline. Length 557 cubic meters of gasoline with a maximum weight of only 16 kilograms. It's said to be almost non-existent in the private sector when having an aggressive nature, fierce bovine and a super bovine skin. The reports show that they are ready to attack any animal, from cattle and horses, up to big predators like leopards and lions. If you're cornered in the arc, the stings of bees, the hedgehog hairs, or the bites of most other animals, it's almost impossible to get through the thick skin of this species. Similarly, many farmers said dogs, archery, and marmalade. They're not rational choices when you want to end the honey badgers. Instead, let's hit them in the head with a golf club or use a gun. Please tell me a little more. Next to his iron bronze, honey badger is accidentally given to the inner with toxicosis, similar to young men join after swallowing neck snatching. The evidence is that people have recorded badger honey actively hunting snakes that have strong toxins, and it's as big as a cobra. Even when bitten, they just need to sleep and wake up. It's like nothing ever happened. Asen North Killer Beetle. In addition to possessing extremely unique saliva when it's able to liquefy its prey, they also have a very perverted hobby. It's using the remains of the prey. Make armor alkali ornament. If people and most other animals are stupid, foolish, and parasitic parents in the first years of life, there are also creatures that give birth. These are cold-blooded assassins. And I said cold-blooded killer. It means killer and cold-blooded. It really is. It's not like most other creatures. The habitat inside the uterus of sharks. Sand tigers are extremely fierce and bloody. Accordingly, during the mating season, a female sand tiger shark, it's possible to spend the night with a lot of males. So the eggs in her stomach. You will be pregnant at different times by sperm from different husbands, forming a team of brothers with different mothers. It's pretty crowded on both sides of the uterus when the first eggs are fertilized to evolve into individual sand lake sharks. It's about 10 centimeters long. The great slaughter begins. Accordingly, the older brothers and sisters, I will find and eat any of you that they've seen, until when it's the only individual in its uterine cavity. Not only that, after drinking the youngest ones, they're going to go on to 2 ovaries, save for mom and boiled for clean. The result is, instead of giving birth to about 1,015 tiny, frail children, and it can be a dinner for any creature. Now from the tiger shark's birth hole, cut the raise 2 young men from 2 separate wombs, with the length of each youth fluctuating 95,125 centimeters, healthy and strong enough to deal with life. This horrible practice, in addition to increasing the survival rate of offspring, it was also used to explain, for sperm production, superior in sand tiger sharks compared to many other relatives, along with the habit of guarding the crab after each meeting and collaboration as a way to ensure that your child will have the best chance of survival. Tell me, all the men and women who have twins, you should feel lucky and grateful. Enjoy the whole 9 months, 10 days in peace. If you're interested in the classic question, the chicken before or the egg before, then maybe you're also going to get freaked out about the question. The orange is named after the orange. Orange or orange is named after the orange. Which is orange? but as opposed to a scientific and brain-damaging question about the chicken and its egg. Answer to the orange and orange question. It's pretty clear and easy to understand. According to that, the word orange was used to name the oranges. It's been called styrostines for a long time, before it's used to name orange. First time in 1512. Before this time, the color orange or orange is called yellow-red or red. Yellow means red-yellow or yellow-red. Convenient here if any of you still have a stiff throat when you're asked, the chicken was first or the egg before. The short answer is the chicken egg before the chicken. And if you're going to argue, if there is no chicken, where to get the eggs? Or no eggs, what the hell hatch? Remember, that's why it's so important. You don't really know the chicken or the egg. The chicken was first. Need to remember that. The chicken is similar to humans, or dogs and cats. It doesn't just appear on Earth. All of us, they've all evolved from their ancient ancestors. Accordingly, it is assumed that, through time, birds that look like chickens but are not chickens, they will lay eggs. There's a little mutation in the superchromosome. It creates a new creature. Through evolution and adaptation, associated with human breeding and taxonomy, this new creature people become chickens. And in this sense, the chicken egg has to come before the chicken. Oh mom, it's brain damage. I have to make 8 chicken egg noodles to get calm again.